How's it going again, guys? Today we're going to be doing some work on this 38 ton actually, rear mount crane that we just purchased. My brother, he'd been talking to the guy for a couple weeks and finally struck a deal last week, or this past week, on I think on Monday or so, and then we flew down there on Thursday, and we flew down there on Thursday evening and picked it up, and then I brought her all the way back home on Friday, I think it was. Yeah, somewhere around Friday. So here it is. Like I said, it's a cab swing crane. Pretty decent shape. It's a 1999 is what it is. The guy that we bought it from, it come from a power plant. And the guy that we bought it from, that's where the stump grind and the bucket truck stuff there, that guy there, he only had it maybe a year or so, and he got a deal. He got a really good deal on a brand new truck, so that's why he bought. That's why he sold this one and bought the other truck. So like, it's really not had that much tree work stuff done in its lifetime. It's mainly just always been at a power plant lifting poles and stuff like that there. So the truck is in pretty good shape for a 99. It's only got right around 80,000 miles on it. Pretty clean on the inside. You know, the floor is nice and clean. There's a couple, like I said, it's got a few little things I have to do. Like I said, I'm getting ready to do a service on it now and get the oil change, because I don't think it's had oil change in a couple years, because that guy there, he said he didn't change oil in it, and so I want to go ahead and get it on our maintenance schedule, so I know I ain't got to worry about it. I got the hood open right now, so you can't really see the front of it, but yeah, like I said, this is what it looks like. Like I said, here's, you know, your outriggers, they come way out. He said that it didn't have no air leak, but I do got a little small air leak down here on this little bitty small line. I got to fix that. But the guy that we got it from, the guy before him, he's the one that did a lot of good work. He did a lot of the stuff to the truck. He said whenever he bought it, it looked pretty rough. So he had had it all washed off. He painted a wire wheel to everything down on it. And he painted all that stuff there. He painted the boom nice. I mean, the guy really did a good job on the truck whenever when he had it. And then another guy, he didn't have it very long, and he wound up buying him a K-boom. So hopefully, like I said, with it changing hands, you know, two people pretty quick. Hopefully, you know, there's nothing major wrong with the truck. Like I said, I drove it back almost 14 hours from Florida to here. I drove it back, and it did really good. And when we got down there, it was dark, so I really couldn't check it over. So when I was checking it over up here at the house, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but the alternator bracket is just it's broke right here. See, it's broke. It's supposed to be, and it's just sitting right up against. It's just sitting right up against that piece of steel right there. So I definitely got to pull it off there. I'm going to have to weld that, but it needs brakes all the way around the truck. The only spot that I seen them put brakes was on the driver's side rear axle. That's the only spot that I seen them put brakes on. So I don't know why somebody would only put brakes on just that one side in a brand new drum. I don't understand that. Usually when I do brakes, for sure, I'll definitely put them on driver's side and passenger side on that same axle. If I'm doing this side on the axle, that main axle, it's always going to get the brakes on both sides. So anyways, but here's the cab. Here's how everything, you know, it looks. It's like I said, it's a very clean truck for a 99. Like I said, it's got around, I don't know, I think 12,000 hours on it, 80,000 miles. So it's got, you know, quite a few hours on it, but it don't have a whole lot of miles on it. You know, big crane like this, it's mainly just going to sit there and run all day long. So I mean, it's going to, like I said, get the bunch of hours on it. I'll eventually show y'all what it looks like inside the cab, but like I said, this here is the only axle that's got brakes on it. When he had it jacked up and air down, this one right here with the air brakes locked, I could just spin this tire here. So it definitely needs brakes. But enough of that said there. Like I said, I'm going to get the oil draining out of this truck. I got to run into a service run on another truck. I really don't like working on a Sunday, but sometimes it just happens. But the motor in this here, it's an M11 400 horse. It has plenty of power. I mean, it really does run good. Anytime I ever seen them with the red valve cover, that means high horsepower, and they always just run really, really good. Truck's got good AC on it. The only thing I do think I'm going to have to wind up fixing is the The clutch brake, I don't think the clutch brake's working that good on. I got to fix the clutch brake. And the power steering, it turns decent, but it really don't turn like I think it really should. So I'm definitely going to have to take and address that. But for now, I'm going to get all the brakes on. Like I said, I'm putting brakes on the front too, front brakes, and like I said, all the brakes on all the axles besides the tag axle. The tag axle brakes are actually in decent shape. So, and plus these tag axle, it won't get used much anyways, because really we're going to be mainly staying right around town here, and hopefully the DOTs usually, knock on wood, don't really mess with you up here that much. They see a truck that's nice and clean like this one, and they're going to, you know, they usually say, oh, that truck looks good. They usually try to get to the older stuff, you know, it's, you know, you can tell when it's falling on the road, you know, brush half-ass falling off the trailers and straps and stuff like that there. And I'm not knocking none of them people by no means. I'm just saying that sometimes it makes it harder for us guys that do follow all the guidelines, because then they say, oh, well, you got these tree guys. I mean, hell, they got stuff blowing off the trucks, and some people, they don't take good care of their stuff. And then, even though, you know, they see a nice truck going on the road, they're like, we better check that truck, you know, because sometimes, you know, everybody does, you know, overlook stuff. So that's why, like I told my brother, I want to get it in here and get all the brakes fixed on it, get a fresh oil change on it, and get it, you know, get it right before I take it out there on the road. So, here's another inside cab. So, well, like I said, I'm going to take and get, enough talking about this here, I'm going to take and get the oil drain in here. So I'll go find me a small bucket here. Spin this here off. Well, finished letting it drain. Damn. I can honestly say, I mean, that's one, and kind of another reason why I'm kind of glad I don't have my shop concreted just yet. And I think even if I do concrete, I'm still gonna lay these rubber mats back down, because when all the oil just runs, you know, unless you're just absolutely perfect. But I've never been able to just take and get, you know, change the damn oil without at least spilling something. I can't even grip the damn filter now. It's right there at the very end there. I can't even hold my damn pliers. Hands are too damn slick. Oh yeah, hell. I'm just taking an oil bath today, I guess. Usually never fill this much oil. But I guess there's always a first, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like it's my first day changing oil or something. I got it all over my damn shirt and every damn thing. Oh man, what a day. Let that drain there for just a second. Get out there. Be a damn rag over here. Man. It soaked this damn shirt. Soaked it plumb damn full of oil. Unbelievable. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna get some more rags, let that drain in that bucket there, and then I'm gonna try to clean this mess up that I just made. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off up here pretty good, because I got a leak up here somewhere. I gotta find that. There's like a little oil sensor. Well, not really a sensor, I think it's a temperature gauge. And I'm gonna check that out and see. I gotta check the gear oil and the transmission as well. And see how that there's working out pretty good. Everything, like I said, though, it looks really clean. Like I said, I can tell somebody's at least been in this motor before. Somebody did something to it, because either they put a rear main seal in it or something. But I could tell either, I don't know if somebody's overhauled it before or something, but it's definitely had something done to it in the past for sure. So as you can see up there, like I said, there's a pretty good leak up there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the filter and put that filter on there. I'm gonna get a different filter for the water separator there. The one that I got is just a little bit longer, and I don't know if it's gonna fit up in that spot that good. I don't know, we're gonna see. But first thing, like I said, I want to get the oil. It's gonna be black. I mean, it's a diesel, don't get me wrong. You know, people don't change it very often, they will get black. But as far as that, it seems to be pretty decent. It's still got a little bit of grit to it when you put it through your fingers, but I could definitely tell it's been a pretty long time since it had been changed. So that's why we're going to go ahead and knock it out. Because I mean, you can see there's the fuel filter. Well, you can see there's the fuel filter. How it's just covering grease and oil. I mean, I can tell it ain't nobody got no dates on there, so I don't know when the last time it was changed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that filter on there now. Alright, so I'm gonna put me a fair amount of Lucas oil stabilizer in this one. Let me make sure there ain't nothing down inside that funnel. For some reason it looks like there is. No, we're good. But anyways, I'm gonna put me a fair amount of Lucas oil stabilizer in this one here, just to kind of help it out, because it does got a lot of hours on it. But I usually put this in everything I got, but I'm gonna put a little bit extra in this one. And yeah, put a little extra in this one here and let that drain on down. And while that's draining there, what I'll usually do is I'll put a gallon of I mean, this is going straight to the pan anyways, but what I'll do is I'll put this all in there, and then I'll just start putting my oil in there. I gotta calculate, because it's calling for 40 quarts. It ain't saying 40 quarts with the filter or not, so I'm gonna double check that. But the filter's already full, almost all the way full, I should say. So I'm gonna put about 38 quarts in it, I think. And so 38 quarts, it'd be a lot of damn oil, 8 gallons, something like that, 10 gallons. Don't know right off the top of my head, but somewhere around there pretty good. I'm not taking. Keep filling it up here. I'm gonna probably put at least, I don't know, half of this. I'm probably gonna at least put half of this in here. Put about half, like I said, put half of that in there, and I'll start pumping my oil in there. Still got, like I said, I got a mess down there to clean up. It won't be no big deal. Like I said, I'm gonna fill it full of oil, and then I want to start it up, and then I'm gonna shut it back off because I got, like I said, I gotta go do a service run on the truck, and something about the calling for a bunch of rain tomorrow or something. They said the windshield wipers ain't working or something on it, and so we're gonna check it out and see how see if we can come up on it. I mean, I ain't got too many miles on the truck. And I was supposed to I gotta go pick up another truck to work on the tailgate. So I'm just super busy right now. All right, that should do me there. And people can quote me if I'm wrong, but I usually put this in here first because when I start the motor up, that's basically the first thing that it's going to suck up. I mean, I know it's going to get mixed up a little bit whenever I put the regular oil in there, but as far as this here, you know, I put it in here because once I get it put in there, it should suck that right up into the motor, and then that kind of makes it to where, kind of gets that oil, the Lucas in there on top right off the bat. But I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just my kind of theory. Is when I put it in there, you know, I just kind of put that in there first, and then when I start the motor up, it usually sucks that stuff up first, and that gets right up into the top of the motor, and that Lucas, and once it gets in there, it sticks to a lot of it pretty decent. I'll probably run this here about, I don't know, maybe, I'm probably going to run it maybe 200 hours, probably. 200 hours or 2,000 miles. I'm going to run it and I'm going to rechange it. I usually do them about 5,000 miles about every 250 hours, something like that there. I know some people, they probably go 500, but I'm going to do it at 2,000 miles. I'm going to do it 2,000 miles and 200 hours on a 200, maybe 100. I might do it at 100. Do it at 100, and that way I can drain all the oil again, because like I said, it looks like it ain't been changed in a long ass time. But then again, I'll see how clean it looks after I run it for a little bit, and see how it's see how that oil there's holding up. I finally got me oil by the barrel. I just pump it right out. I got tired of buying them by the jugs and all the plastic jugs you got to deal with, and hell, they just wound up charging me, I think it's $25 a gallon. That's what I was paying for it, and I got that there. I got a good deal on that there. It's way cheaper than buying it, but I think that 55-gallon barrel was around $700 some dollars around there. Is about what that there was at. So I don't know if it's better or not, but I'm gonna go here and, like I said, start pumping this oil out of this jug, and I'm gonna keep filling this up, and then once I get the oil in there and get it checked, we'll get it fired up. All right, well, Actually, the drums on the front of this truck here don't look terribly bad, but we're gonna find out here exactly. We're gonna pop this little thing here. At least it's not froze up. I thought that was a 16th. Okay, and when I'm doing a brake job, I always just take them all the way back, and you just right there. It was letting that flex. Set the stool, sit y'all right here. Maybe this might help y'all out a little bit better, to where y'all can see. Yeah, that should be good. I'm probably going to call up there and get new drums for front. They don't look bad, but I'm going to show y'all. This is what I don't like to see. There's a lip. There's a really, really big lip, and you can see all the cracks in there. I don't want to chance that myself. You man could probably get by with it, but I'm not going to do it. So the pads on the front here, they're not terrible. I mean, I don't even see a legal limit on these here, but I know that I'm definitely not going to take in, not going to chance them. So see how the wheel bearing area looks pretty. It all looks really, really good. Probably what I'm gonna wind up doing is I'm probably gonna wind up, when I pull these off, I'm gonna take these backing plates off. I know some people, they like them on there, but I really just take them off myself, because that way the brakes, they cool down faster. In my opinion don't matter to most people, but in my opinion, it seems that when they're like that there, they seem to cool down faster, and they are cracked really, really bad. So I'm probably gonna run up there and get them pads or brake shoes for them, and that way I can finish going on. Like I said, I was gonna buy them the other day, but I just didn't. So yeah, I'll get a pad. Let me look out here in the truck. I think that's a 15. I know old ones are all old school Qs is what they are. Let's see if I can find one here real quick. That's old school Q. That's old school Q. Right there's one right there, 40. Let's see if I can. Probably better. One of these are the same here. Anyways, I'll just get this in the box here. Set these back here. And I'm gonna take the skid steer and I'm gonna unload them. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. These are 4715s. These are 4707s. So like I said, these are the front ones here. But you can see there, look at how much more is there. So that right there is past the legal limit. So that's what I was saying. That I was looking, you can always look when it gets down to about right there where that line is. That's how you know it's time to change your brakes. If you start seeing it getting close, you might as well change it, because if it's so close, sometimes I've seen them shut them down. So yeah, we're gonna run up there and I'm gonna take the skid steer and I'm gonna unload this stuff here, and then I'm gonna run up there and I'm gonna get a set of drums, just because I just want to go up there and get them now so I can get it done and I ain't got to worry about it. Because I ain't taking no chances. Like I said, I thought the front drums were in bad shape, but I didn't know that they were, like I said, in this bad a shape. So I'm gonna run up there. The sheriff, he just come here and he passed it their inspection. So I got to take the title up there anyways and get that thing transferred. So that's why I wanted to hurry up and get this here off, so that I knew that it would be I knew that it would be good to go. So I mean, I knew that if I needed the pads, then I could go on up there and get them. So we'll change these pads out here. We'll put new drums on the front. We'll have new brakes and new drums all around here. And like I said, because these front drums, I was hoping they would have been decent, because I mean, them drums are about, I don't know, they're like 400 and no, I take that back. They're $256 a piece. But I knew once I pulled the wheel off here, you can see here. If you see how that's really black right in there, and then it starts getting right here, that means that drum has got extremely hot. Extremely hot. That's why, like I said, when I coming down Mont Eagle Mountain there, that's why I took and put the tag axle down, and that's why I went ahead and put the tag axle down, and I set my jakes, and I come down there about 45 miles an hour. I wasn't taking no chances, because like I said, I knew the truck didn't have the best of brakes. So I'm gonna run up here, get this stuff here, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, well, this sensor right here was pouring oil out of it, and I think that's the whole reason why I had a lot of oil leaking right there by the oil filter. So I went up there and I got to know, and this is like they call it, you know, an open switch, and I'd say it has something to do with the crane, if I ain't mistaken. So I went on ahead and I got, oh, screw there. I went on ahead and I got a new one of these. So see, so let's see here, the C. So it's gonna go back on there just like this. And one of the other wires, they broke off, and so I gotta get that out of there. But this is just one of the switches here. Like I said, I went up there and got 2 new drums, and I got this while I was up there. So we'll go ahead and get this set up and get that on there real quick, get some thread tape on there, and I'll show you where it goes at. Alright, that sensor, it goes right there, as you can see, the brand new, and I honestly believe that's something that has to do with the crane, if I ain't mistaken. So it was leaking, so I wanted to get it done, so that's why I went ahead and did that there. We're gonna go ahead and take these brakes off. Knock them straight out. Sometimes you can just pop them straight out of there. Push brakes down here. Get that one off. Just like that. Here, just get it off of this way. Just like that. I usually just rip the fucking shoes off of myself. Still leaking. It's not terribly low, but it looks like it could be grease too. I don't know. I mean, it's It's not super duper wet, but it is a little bit. I'm gonna take and 16ths. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take these off because I don't care for them myself. So I'm gonna get my impact here, and all this shit here, I'll clean all this off. I'll take a little wire brush in my air nozzle, and I'll blow every bit of this here out of the way so we won't see that no more. So let me get there, and like I said, I'm gonna take these back in place off. You can see here where it's rubbed it before somehow or another. Either it got over in there to it or something. So like I said, we're gonna take and get these here off there now. Took in both there out, so here's this one right here. I'm gonna take that there off. And then this one down here at the bottom, I'm probably gonna have to get my ratchet on that one. Might have to get a swivel on this one. Well, that one there was broke anyways. So we got all them there off now. Set that over to the side. So now I ain't got to worry about that. Get these here, get them there. I'm gonna get the air hose out and I'm gonna blow all this stuff here off. So I know I've showed, in the past I've showed how to do these brakes as far as putting them on. And all that good stuff. You got all your hardware right here. Like I said, you got all your hardware. You can dump it out like I did. I just dump it out because I know what I'm going to have here. So set the box down there. If you don't, if you never put brakes on there, or if you won't learn, get your old shoes. Lay your old shoes up here exactly how, flip it around this way. Lay your old shoes up there exactly how you got that. So then you know small end's a small end. And then you got these two pieces here, you know they're gonna go in here like this. This in here is gonna go in here like this. Get down in there like that there. You gotta boom, bust them in with a hammer. And then you know your rollers are gonna go right in there. So what I do first is I usually beat these. These go in first usually. Just like that there. Pull them around like that. This one right here, same way. Beat them in there, just like that there. So then you know you got them there done. Got your little clips here. And like I said, all you gotta do is just look in there. If you don't know how to do it, you look in there and say, all right, I see my clip. Clip goes in there just like that. You're gonna slide this straight in there like that, and you'll see the tongue is facing that way. You put these in here, you're gonna put the tongue. The tongue's gonna be facing the same way that one there is. So I just kind of get it in here like this, and then just kind of squeeze these here. These are a little bit tougher than the other ones. These here are. Let me grab my screwdriver. And all they do is they just lay these little clips. They just lay right up inside of there. Actually, this needs to be flipped. Also needs to be flipped this way, so when it comes out, this is going to be sitting there just like that. why these ones here's been difficult. Looks like these are just, I don't know. These here shouldn't be no different now, but either way, I guess. You can put them in this way too if you want. But you gotta go around. You have to wind up putting it in the opposite way. Pull these here back out. Like that. Pull this here like that. And then we'll slip these back down in here like this. Where they're grabbing like that. Or maybe I did have it the right way. Compared to this right here, it's not the right way. Maybe I did have it the right way. I've never had to do them this way here with these little clips. Most of they got these little, I'll pop that one out here in a minute and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But these clips on this one here are just a little bit different than usually the rest of them. So you'll pop this around like this, get you around here like that. We're going to put you back down in here like this. Put you back down here like this. And bring you all the way up. Bring you all the way up to where you're just like that. So we got that there, but I'm gonna pop this one here out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's how this is the other one. Like I said, the other ones, they're a whole lot different than them other ones there, and there ain't no other clips in here, so them are exactly the ones you gotta have. So got that one there and there, and you just do that one there the same way that you done this one here. I don't like how the way these set. Actually, I like the old school ones better, in all honesty. Seems to me they fit down in there a whole lot better. And right there, I'm kind of worried that one there is going to be like hanging out there at the drum for some reason. Unless they're just a little bit bent. I don't know. I didn't tweak them or nothing. It's a little bit better. See, do this one here the same way. Okay, here we go. Alright, that's a whole lot better there. I kind of like it that way now. So, got them sitting in there. This in here is the same way. Got you sitting in there like that. This is going to be your big spring that's going to sit down inside here. Grab it there. Grab it there. Here, and then they're locked together like that. And what I like to do is I know that's how they're sitting there. Let's see here on these. Like I said, I usually don't replace these that much. These are here. It's never fell straight out, so I'm gonna slide that one right in there. And this one here, same way. These things here, they hardly ever wear out that I've seen. I mean, I've replaced them before if they ever do, but I'll just slide these new ones in there and see let's see if we go on this way here. Yeah, there we go. They'll fit in there really tight like that. Let me set this right here, and I'll get the brake shoes. There, and this one right here. Get you down into that. So what I had to do, guys, is I had to pull it. There was so much paint in there, and I I should have thought, you know, hell, I should have thought about it really, because this happened before. But there was so much paint in here that it wouldn't let the spring. The spring needs to be out like this to where it's not, you know, digging down in there. So now we got the spring where it needs to be at. I'm gonna take a hammer here and beat these here up a little bit, just like, so I know they're in there really good. Get my screwdriver here. Oh, springs too. Get my springs here. And like I said, what I like to do is like I said, one goes here. And like I said, these are the same way here too. They'll get, when they paint these, see how they get stuck down in there? But they just kind of go in there just like that and lay it down in there. This in here is, oh, sorry guys. This here is the same way, like I said, they'll get stuck with paint down inside there, so clean them out real good. And just put it in the top one like that. I always like putting them out in the top side. And then just take my vice grips and grab a hold of it like that with the vice grips. Take this right here. Usually I can push her down in there on the first try. Get my vice grips here set the right way. Just like that. Get your vice grips set the right way. And usually, damn, huh? There it goes. Put that spring into there. Come on here, do this one exactly the same. Like I said, that's another reason why I like taking them covers off, is because you ain't got to worry about them hanging up on you when you're trying to put these in there. I can get this one just a little bit. Just a little bit tighter. And then just take this right here. This bolt. And then, like I said, I just kind of just get some of that grease out of there. I'm telling you, I've never had this much damn problem with putting these on here. So you can't just take a thing and push down on it. It takes a little bit of damn pressure. Let me see if I can get it on this back side here about right. See if I can get it about right in there. It's just kind of getting her down there, but it's just throwing it the right angle. I just had it right there. If I can see the damn thing. Telling you what, I've never had a set of brakes whoop my ass like these brakes here have been. There it goes. There we go. Got her in there now. So, there you go. Springs are in. Springs are in on that side. We'll walk out here and we'll grab the drum and stick the drum on there, and then we'll start bolting this tire back up. We'll go the other side. Had to pack that drum a long way. Let's get him up on there then. Just like that there. Make sure it's all the way back. I think it needs to come back just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. So now we're all the way on there. I ain't even got them adjusted. And they're already starting to bite a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn this. Wait, like I said, we'll get the tire bolted on there, and then after I get the tire on there, I'll spin it around, lock it down tight, And then once I lock it down tight, I'll back it off just maybe quarter 5/16 of a turn, and that's where I'll run it at. So let's get this big ass tire back on here. Probably should have grabbed my crowbar first. Hopefully that'll sit there. Let me grab my crowbar. I'll take my crowbar here in a second. I'll work it on there. Close as I can get it, and then we might have to wind up. It might have settled down a little bit. My air. Goes. I like using this. I like to use my crowbar here, and I just get the crowbar up underneath the tire there. Like I said, I'll get the crowbar up underneath the tire there, and it'll push it all up. It'll push it up under just like that. That way I can get it all the way up on there. Well, not all the way up on there, but I can get it pretty close. There we go. And then we'll just start screwing the rest of them on. Oh, shit. Son of a bucker. God damn it. I hell with it. Well, there ain't no damn air stirring down here at all in this barn. It's nice and windy outside. Hell, I should just pull the damn truck outside there and work on it. I put it in here because I got a little bit of shade in here, but I'm sweating my ass off today in here. Take them back here and I'll get them snugged up. What I'll do is after I get it done, I'll take my air impact and I'll go around and torque them all the way around. So you can see we're spinning pretty free there now. I'm gonna get up inside there and I'm gonna adjust them brakes. Go ahead and move some of this stuff here out of the way. Get my camera straight up here. Just lock it down tight. pop this here out and back it on just about a quarter turn. About like that. Where she's barely touching. You can do it, like I said, you can do it again if you want. Till it locks up. And then it locks up, pull it back out, and go back about a quarter turn again. Like I said, that's all you have to do on that. So I'm gonna let this side here down, and then I'm gonna go back to the other side. Like I said, I'm gonna let this side here down, and I'm gonna go over to the other side, and I'm gonna start pulling the other side off over on the front, because like I said, I still got a lot to do today on this truck, and that going to the parts place, that kind of really did put me behind. So let me, like I said, let me get all this stuff here up. I probably won't make a video on the other side over there, because it's basically gonna be just like this side right here. But I will show you on the back. But I'll show you guys here. You can see how bad. Y'all can see how bad them pads. You can see the cracks in them there, and then the over here. I don't know if I showed y'all or not, but as you can see, they're pretty bad, and it's got a hell of a lip on it. So might as well, like I said, we changed them out. So I'm gonna take it now. I'm gonna go to the other side and get this other side done.